Okay. Sorry, so I had a phone call from someone. So, I'm out of resources, I'm out of options. What does it look like to get stranded in a city? I lost my identification, I was robbed. Okay. Thought I was going to be able to get a temporary ID. That's what the records showed online. The most up-to-date information that I was able to get. Okay, so I was coming to Vegas, gonna get a temporary ID and be able to, do what I needed to do when I got here. I wasn't able to get my temporary ID. So then I started, trying to see what I could do, like after I had to get some prescriptions. I have health insurance, but it didn't cover me out of network, so I had to pay for my prescriptions out of pocket. I had a couple of emergencies. I had to pay to get some medical care, you know, and some things that weren't covered. So, to fix some issues. So, what does it look like? Sorry, somebody called me, and I have stuff I brought with me to sell if there was an emergency and I needed money, right? Because I don't want to be reliant on other people. I don't want to, take others for granted, and I wanted to make sure that I could support myself if I had to. So I worked really hard. I have a bunch of Milwaukee tools. I brought a bunch of my stuff with me that I know that I could resell if I needed to. So they only give a fraction of, the cost. Even though if I went and bought it right now, the same thing, what I would pay for it. So now I have somebody else's, frequency and energy on me, and yeah, it hurts. So let me just be honest about that. So I don't know if I'm staying in Vegas or not. I am gonna go to the EDC fairgrounds, the grounds where they hold EDC at today, and explain to them the situation. Tell them everything that I have. Look to speak with somebody that's there. See if there's any way that I could help set anything up to be able to be there. I spent, almost $500 on my tickets to go. And, based on what I find out, I'll be making a decision on what I'm doing. I will be taking this stuff I sell today and putting it on a debit card so I have enough money to get home for gas. I spent, earned some money by doing some things when I was here. They said they were going to give us cash. They ended up giving us a prepaid debit card, but I can't use that debit card or, get Visa card. I couldn't use it on gas. Couldn't use it at a, convenience store. So, that was an issue. So I have this, I have no way to be able to sell the stuff I brought with me that was supposed to help take care of me in an emergency, just in case. Oh, God. I tried to be responsible. I tried to come here, do the responsible thing in the right sort of ways. And then I started looking, for different ways, like resources, ways to earn money and, be legitimate, to be legal. I set up a GoFundMe for friends of mine in Africa. I think today I'm going to set up a GoFundMe for me, which I haven't done before, just in case anybody ever wants to help. I don't pray and ask for help very much for myself. I think I was needing to pray for me last night. So, it's kind of where I am now, right? Gotta wait until 10 until the stores and until the place open so I can do that. I was able to get a $50 loan on Cash App, which is awesome.